Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. I wanted to take a minute and talk to you about balance training and combining that with your strength workouts. I see a lot of stuff on Instagram and YouTube and places like that where people are kind of doing these circus acts where they're balancing on a Swiss ball or a Bosu ball and they're doing some type of overhead press or a squat. And while that really looks cool and it's kind of impressive, it's not really that beneficial, in my opinion, to real world training. You want to separate the two rather than trying to combine them. When you combine two modalities of training, you tend to water down both of them so you're not getting maximum benefit. So when you're strength training, you want to be able to do the maximum weight for the rep structure that's required for that workout. And that's going to vary from where you are in your training schedule and where you are during your competitive season and so forth. But if the reps require 3 reps of maximum weight, you want to do 3 reps of maximum weight, or 8 reps, or 10, or whatever it happens to be. What you don't want to do is pile on top of that, having to balance on something that's unstable while trying to train your strength and muscle systems as well. You want to separate the two. So what we do here at WooCar Fit is we'll use the balance as something to do during recovery between a complex move. So if we're doing something like, say, kettlebell swings, it's going to get your heart rate up, get your breathing going, then we'll jump on the balance board and we'll do like 30 seconds of recovery so that we're training our balance to be dynamic while we're gassed. Because the way you balance when you're fresh versus the way you balance when you're tired or breathing heavy is very different. And it's also very translatable to bike racing, whether you're road racing or mountain bike racing. Use mountain bike, for example. Say you've attacked over the top of a climb. Now you've got a really long, tough descent that's super technical. You've got to be able to have great balance, great reflexes, and be able to think clearly to maintain the gap that you hopefully created by attacking on the climb. So your balance is very different than if you were to go down that descent when you're super fresh and not tired. Road racing, same thing. If you attack in the final few laps of a crit, for example, you still have to be able to corner really well to be able to hold that gap. And again, your cornering is going to be very different when you're tired and gassed than when you're fresh. So separate out your training. Don't make it a circus act. It makes for great Instagram posts, but it's really not that applicable to the real world. So thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to kick ass.